Hi friends, today's a lovely little video of going to the artist shops in Dublin, from the oldest art shop to the newer art shop, and also a little haul and day out. I hope you enjoy the video. Hi guys, I'm just checking in at the start of today. It's about 9:30. Today I'm going to the art supply stores in Dublin and bringing you with me to have a little look at the art materials. I'm not looking for any new particular art materials, but I know I'm looking for a little bit of white paint and a few small basic things. But I thought it would be nice to have a look in the art shops to see what's out there at the moment, if there's anything new out there or anything interesting I should see, and I thought I'd take you along with me. Alright, I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you at the end of the video. So the day started by taking the bus into town. So I started with taking the bus to Evans. So I'm on the street outside Evans and I just found that beautiful orange doorway quite interesting and beautiful to look at. Here I am walking in with my shaky camera into the art supply shop. Evans has literally everything, like everything I think you can imagine to make art, they have it. There's me looking at gorgeous watercolour paints. Those are travel kits, and many paintbrushes and many paints. Those are oil paints. Yeah, I think these ones, yes, my favourite, the gorgeous sketchbooks. There's so many beautiful sketchbooks. There now is the Elements sketchbook. I haven't tried that one now, so I can't speak for that, but there now is a box of postcards. So that's something I often thought about getting, to paint some postcards for my shop. And then we have some roundy pages, so sometimes I do paint them around canvas, so it is good to practice sometimes on roundy pages too, although I have roundy pages and I haven't used them that much. That now is the Fabriano sketchbooks. They're very good sketchbooks, very reasonable, and also hot press, so wonderful. Now looking at the lovely golden paints, so, and Bob Ross paint, so that's something they didn't have before, and this paint as well I hadn't seen before, so I'm quite curious about those two since I'd never seen those before. These are paint pigments, so it's not something that I've ever brought, but it's something I'm curious about at some point. And then they have a brilliant selection of boards and canvases. The boards are quite nice actually to paint on. I've tried those. And then if you have that ability to stretch your own canvases, they have canvas there as well. So it is nice to have a nice selection of canvas if you know what you're doing in terms of stretching them. You know, I'm a big fan of a round canvas. I love them. But I like the nice quality ones, I must admit, of the round ones. So these are Sennelier paints and watercolors, and my favorite, the Holbein. So these are the normal ones. So they have the gouache, acrylic gouache and watercolor, and the difference between the gouache and the acrylic gouache is the acrylic cannot be reactivated, whereas the gouache, when you put water on them, can be reactivated and use the paint. Now I'm very curious about the Holbein watercolors, but I haven't tried them yet. So I'm going there after the art shop to Ayla Foods. They make such lovely foods in here, and they're quite reasonable as well, so that's not far from the art shop. It's a Turkish bakery, so definitely somewhere I'd recommend. I thought to myself, since I was on a tour of the art shops, that I would get a little snack to eat between art shops. So I think that was really breakfast probably at this point of the day, because I got up early. But yeah, so that was very yummy. It was like a spinach and feta cheese kind of pastry thing. So the next shop, yes, I went to a new art shop, and this is a crafty studio. So this is quite a new art shop and quite a lovely little art shop as well. And the thing I like about this art shop is that it's kind of good for people who are kind of getting into art and they're not really sure what to start with, so they can have a little look in there. Whereas like Evans is amazing if you know what you're doing and you know about the art materials and that, and even the guys that work there are really really helpful. But this one now, they're very helpful as well, but it's just kind of less stuff, so it's probably a little easier to get your head around if you're a beginner artist. So they do actually have a nice little collection of paints and watercolors. This Richard Oliver is an Irish brand, so that's really awesome as well that they're throwing in some Irish brands, and a nice collection of pans there for the watercolors and Posca pens and markers. I do like those, although sometimes the results, they can run or they can go against you sometimes, the Posca. Not a bad selection of sketchbooks, but I think I'm quite specific about the ones I used at this stage, but I wanted to show you guys in case you liked any of them as well. And they had a nice collection. They have the Rembrandt paint, the Van Gogh paint, and also of course my favourites, the Holbeins. So the Van Gogh is a range. I have one of their watercolour sets and they're lovely, they're really nice quality. So yeah, but I can't vouch for the rest of their products as I haven't used them. But certainly the little watercolour set that I have is very nice. And of course they have the lovely Holbein watercolours, which I have not tried either. But I think maybe hopefully in 2025 I might pick up a few. It's just something to kind of start to look into. I'd love some brighter colours for my set for the watercolours, although I think I've quite a good set right now. So there, they also have sewing products in the shop, so it's good. That's why I was saying if you're kind of getting into creative things, this is a good stop, because if you wanted to try some sewing things, because many people who make art are also a little bit crafty and they might want to try some quilting or some patchwork little projects or something. Their selection of canvases is obviously not as wide as Evans, but still a good little selection all the same. I liked the shop, and you know what, it was really nice kind of to go to another part of town, plus it's near the Botanical Gardens, so I thought I'd also take the time to walk from the crafty studio to the Botanical Gardens. So here now is kind of that walk. Botanical villas, aren't they gorgeous? They're so beautiful. I was like, golly, I would love to be able to afford one of those. They're gorgeous. So obviously someone has afforded one. So then we're at the Botanical Gardens, and you know, it's not a sunny day you're at, but you know what, it's actually dry and it's winter, so that's passable for me. So, and obviously at this time of year you don't get as many flowers and things as you would the rest of the time, but I think I always like to include a little bit of park walk or nature walk into the city days, so I can't be content with completely just city stuff. I need a little bit of nature or something involved in the day. And this is something I didn't know they had in the Botanical Gardens, these interesting sculptures in the garden and around the buildings, like this one here and the sculpture of the couple you just saw. They're really beautiful. And it's just so wonderful to see all the plants and everything. You know, a lot of the times I look around and I try to read them or look at the names of them, but to be honest, they're written and I don't even know what the actual words are, to be honest, but I like to have a little look all the same. It's interesting to see them anyway and look at the plants. I love going to the botanical gardens in the winter just so that you can be around more plants, because like in the summer you're like surrounded by greens and leaves everywhere, and suddenly in winter they're all gone and the trees are bare. So it's nice just to come somewhere like this where you can just kind of be around plants a little bit. So I find it quite comforting, and I think there's something homely about lots of plants around. So I do love going to the botanical gardens. I love the glass sheds and the way they all look. So yes, by now I'm still enjoying the lovely botanical gardens, and you can see throughout the video all the beautiful sculptures and everything. So I really enjoyed seeing that they had art intertwined with the beautiful botanicals. So that was really special to see. I really enjoyed that a lot. So as this was a day out, I thought after all of that I would go for a lovely hot chocolate in Butler's, and they do lovely hot chocolate. So I just thought I'd treat myself to one of those. And these are some of the other things they have in the shop other than hot drinks. But it is kind of one of those indulgent kind of treats that you will get when you get a hot chocolate. They give you a sweet as well. Hi everybody, that's me saying hello. And there is my hot chocolate, and yummy it was, delicious. So they obviously have a special cups for Christmas, and there I am with my sweet and my hot chocolate. So that was kind of the end of the day. You'll meet me at the end of the video for the little haul of the day, and it was an awesome day, so it was. Hi guys, I'm back again at the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed that video. I just wanted to the day in Dublin. It's a really nice day out, so I got up early, well not too early because the shops weren't actually open until after 10, and I went to the art supply shops and then I went to the botanical gardens. So it was quite a fantastic day out, and I wanted to show you some of the things I picked up on that day. So in Evans I got some carbon paper and white paint and some luminous pink paint. Holbein luminous pink. I just love the Holbein paints. I just love them. Now I picked up a few canvases for one of my art classes, and then in the craft studio I picked up a packet of pans for watercolors. This is a small, watercolor palette. So I wanted to get one of these for actually quite a long time. A small one that I could bring out with me, because sometimes I love my Daniel Smith one, but it's so big. It's too big really to bring out. And then I went to a knitting shop as well. Now I didn't record a clip from it, but I just want to show you what I got there. So I got two balls of wool and some knitting needles. It's been on my mind. It's been on my mind for a little while to actually knit a cardigan for myself. I've been thinking, oh, I'd like to kind of have more environmentally and socially responsible clothes. So I thought maybe I could start making some of them myself. Now I don't own a sewing machine at the moment, but knitting needles only cost a few quid, and a ball of wool is the fabric. So I thought maybe I'll knit something. So I'm going to try that and see how that goes. Well, I'll show you my progress over the course of the videos, and you can see for yourself how I get on with that. But anyway, I'm really excited to get the wool and start. Now I haven't knitted for, gosh, years and years, but I have a degree in fashion design. I used to knit when I worked in the fashion industry, so therefore I don't think those skills are lost. They're in there somewhere. Anyway, so that's the end of what I've recorded and done today. I hope you've enjoyed this little day out in Dublin. I just thought it was something a little bit different from what I would usually record, which is quite scenic and hikes and things like that. And I love those videos, but I just feel like at this time of the year when it's kind of cold and that maybe the city one is nice just for a little change up, just for today anyway, at least. Anyway, thank you. Bye for now.